Alrighty then.
Welcome to Outdoor Fun.
Alrighty then. Yeah, day two of hunting this week. I also had the video, all the video clips on mute. So weird. Anyway, let me show you where I was going second day. So second day I was going down to second concession Dalhousie. Right on this corner is some Lanark community forest. Actually, I came from Perth and I came through Lanark and came through the back road into there. Let me just show you where that is on the community map. It is this property right here. You can see my arrow. So basically, came up and went in on this trail, and I'll talk over some of the video, so at least you'll get a feel for the property and what it was like. Anyway, stay tuned.
Alrighty then. Went in to Perth, got a few things. Pickleball was canceled, but got a couple of things. Got myself some A&W, bacon and egger, and a small coffee. Anyway, I'm going to take a little walk here in a minute up, I don't know if you can see that, but this is County Forest on Dalhousie Second Concession. It's a nice little spot here. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll give you a little tour of the property. See you soon. Stay tuned.
Alrighty then, here's my truck parked on the side of second concession, Dalhousie. Just walking in, you can see the Lanark County Community Forest sign, and then there's a big no dumping sign there as well, which is kind of a nice reminder for people to be respectful of the property. Anyway, I walk in for a little bit, and then I realize I need to show you where this is on iHunter app, so stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, and I'm sharing my coffee. I actually took my coffee in with me, so I finished my sandwich in the truck, my bacon and egger from A&W, and I brought my coffee with me, and I drank my coffee, which was great, and then I put my coffee in my pocket, so I took my trash back with me. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll show you where it is on iHunter app. Yeah, this is a great app on your phone. So this is like the opening screen. Then you just hit where am I, and it pops right into where you are. So it uses the GPS on your phone, and you can see there's my lake, and I just went down Watson's Corner Road all the way down to second concession, and I turned right and I went down into this little property. It's a great spot. This is actually out of the community forest near my cottage. I like this one probably the best. There's two on third concession, and one of them is not great, and one of them is interesting the way you have to get into it, but once you're into it, it's kind of neat. And then the one on fourth concession is actually quite nice, but it's a little wide open. This one, at least, you have some good trails that you can walk into, and it's a nice loop too, which we don't often get. Is you start somewhere and you do a big loop, and it comes back to where you started. You don't have to go to the end of the trail and then make your way back along the same route. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then, this is I just kind of came up in on the trail, and I turned left, and I went up kind of the trail before it kind of does the big loop, and there was two deer, and I could see them in the distance. Well, I saw one, and at first I was like, "Oh, that's an odd-shaped tree," and I'm like, "That's not a tree, that's a deer." And anyway, I'm kind of watching for a little bit, and then I start to walk in a little bit, and then I see the second one, and then they take off. Unfortunately, you can't hear them running through the trees, but they were right in there. So anyway, it was pretty cool to see them, and then I was kind of hoping that I might see them later on. And actually, at one point, I did hear one of them, I believe, running through the woods a second time, but I don't think you can see them here in the video. It's pretty dense in there, and my camera's not zoomed in. Anyway, still pretty cool to be out there on the trail and to see some wildlife. Nothing like seeing some deer. Awesome. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, not too much further up the trail. I'm walking up this trail, and it's getting weedier and weedier. It's like thorny stuff, like there's poison ivy, really prickly stuff. Anyway, once I punch through, walking through this stuff, hands up, making my pants. Good thing I had pants, because you wouldn't want to be walking through here in shorts. You would be a real mess. But once I get past this little bit, then I get on the trail where it starts to get a little bit better. Then it starts to go into the woods, and it's actually a nice little trail once you get past this first little bit of the trail. Stay tuned. Yeah, the trail starts to get a little bit easier to walk on here. This is just before the big turn. It's actually, this part of the trail, it's kind of the main trail, is actually part of a snowmobile trail. So in the wintertime. And when we get up towards the end of the property, it's gonna do a loop here to the right. And then actually I was making a comment that there were a couple of tree stands in here one time, but I haven't seen them yet. But I think I do have video of where I do see one of them. But anyway, this trail will continue up, and then it'll turn right, and it'll go into the woods, and then it'll turn left, and it'll go up in towards somebody's private property. But there's a gate there where they basically allow the snowmobiles through in the wintertime. Anyway, I think I'm going to be seeing, oh, maybe this is where I see, is this where I see the tree stand? Let me see. No, this is actually, sorry, this is where I heard the deer, that deer again. So the deer was actually, had run through the woods there. So it was kind of cool. I was kind of trying to see if I could see it, but I didn't, unfortunately. But not too much further into this video, I'll show you where the tree stand was that I saw. Anyway, stay tuned. Yeah, at this point, I think I get my my iHunter app out again, and I want to kind of show you this trail, where we're at right now, and where we started, and then how it basically became a bit of a loop. So I kind of came down here, and then I went down, and then I'm on a bit of a loop right now. And then I'm going to cut up, and then you can see where the people's property is. And we'll be getting there in a little bit, and I'll show you what that looked like, and where their gate was. And I think it's not too far here. I'm going to actually show you the that tree stand, which is pretty cool to see it. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then, this is where I can kind of see the tree stand on the right there. So I'm gonna walk up to it. I'll just kind of give you a better view of it. So I slowly walk. It's kind of in the left middle of the screen. I think I get a good angle of it here. You can see the wooden ladder that goes up to it. Yeah, there's the ladder right there. Anyway, pretty cool little tree stand actually. Great little spot. You got a good view of anything coming up and down the trail. So anyway, I see a lot of these tree stands in the community forest. So people that kind of live nearby, they just kind of come out and put a stand. So I was just kind of outlining how any deer coming up or down the trail, it would be a really good vantage point in that tree stand. Anyway, stay tuned. Here up ahead, you can see a left arrow. So this is basically part of the snowmobile trail. Points up towards that trail, and that goes up towards the private property where the guy has the fence, where he allows he must open it up in the wintertime as part of the snowmobile trail. So you get that a lot. And then if you turn right here, that's where you're going to go back to the main road. So I'm going to go up left and go take a look at the edge of the property and just kind of show you where that fence is, and then I'll come back and go down the right. But for now, I'm going to eat this apple. Nothing like having an apple, so I'll eat that and then I'll leave it for the animals. It's always something that I like to do. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then, still enjoying my apple, just kind of getting towards the edge of that person's property, and I'm just pointing out that there are some red circle, no trespassing, no hunting signs. So there's a few of those, and there's a fence there, and there's a gate actually at the end of that road. But you know, at this point, I'm still enjoying my apple, and I'm heading back towards the main trail, where I'm going to head back towards the truck. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. So a whole family of turkeys just walked across the trail, but my camera was all screwed up. I pressed the wrong button and I started taking pictures instead of the video. Anyway, let's see. There was about 6 of them. So they're not that far. Let's see if I can make them run here. There they are, right in there. God, they're going to be funny here in a second. And it's turkey season too. Oh man. Oh, look at, oh, there's a bunch of babies. Oh, I don't know if you could see that or not. There's a mom and a bunch of babies. Anyway, the whole family just ran across the road here. Oh, I wish I would have got the phone out earlier. Oh, they're so cute. That's awesome. Now I'll have to figure out what I did with my my little GoPro to get it in the wrong mode. Yeah, that mom took them right in there. Hopefully you saw that. That was pretty cool. Anyway, stay tuned for more. I'll see if I can get the other camera working. Alrighty then, my first sign of partridge on this trail. A feather. Anyway, I just thought I'd show that. Nice to at least see some sort of evidence of partridge in the area. See ya. Here I am, just heading out, and I was just kind of showing off my my Umarex air rifle here, the Air Javelin. So it's an air bow, and I've got my red dot scope, and I was just kind of talking a little bit about it and how I when I saw the turkeys, the first one was a young one, and I thought it was a partridge at first, so I basically loaded up the CO2. Anyway, I'm just talking about the difference between this gun and, you know, a normal crossbow. Like if you have a crossbow and you've already engaged it, you know, you need to have one of these little dummy bolts that you put in to shoot it into the ground. You can't just shoot an unloaded crossbow, but you can shoot an unloaded air bow like I have. So I am going to take the bolt out here, and I will point it down and shoot it into the ground, and you'll see the air and the amount of air that actually comes out of this. And then I start to talk about how powerful this gun is. Actually, it's over 300 feet per second with a 50 grain or 100 grain tip. You know, these can be very, very very powerful. And actually in the States, they actually use these to hunt big game. In Canada, you cannot hunt big game with any kind of air rifle. So I can't even, it's too bad because I can't use this for turkey. And I think it would be a perfect turkey gun, but I don't. So here I'm pointing at the 90 gram or 88 gram cylinder that I have, and it's good for 30 shots. And I think in the video I was saying the last one is like 150 feet per second, but actually I'm going to show later on when I get back to the cottage, I'm going to show the box and some of the details around how much feet per second you get over the range of an 88 gram CO2 cartridge. I'm right towards the end on this one, so I'm going to either get another one of those, or I have a portable one that uses you can put the 18 gram CO2 cylinders into. But anyway, here I'm going to shoot this in just a second, and it's kind of neat to see the amount of air that actually comes out of this thing. So let's just see. I'm pretty sure I do it here pretty soon. I'm getting towards the end of the trail. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking about my red dot scope, which is very, very nice and easy to use. It's not like trying to sight something in down the sight lines. You just have to look at that screen, and wherever the dot is, that's where the arrow goes. So you can do really fast shots without having to spend a lot of time focusing on your sights. So very easy to use. I kind of wish I would have had that when I was younger. It would be awesome on a shotgun. You know, because in the shotgun you're basically lining up that little ball at the end of your gun. But I mean, still, the shotgun's ultimate partridge gun. But this one is just such a fun gun to go out in the woods with. Let me see here. I'm still talking about it. Yeah, okay, so I'm taking it out, take the bolt out, and then I'm going to point it down at the ground. I'm going to put the safety off and then take a shot. You'll see the air, the amount of air. And there, just disengage the safety, and it should be right now. Oh, right now. Nope, there. Come on, there it is. You can see it. So quite a bit of power on that gun. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, I'm at the end of the trail. My truck is just up here on the left. So I'm just going to get organized, put my stuff away, and head back to the cottage for some final thoughts. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, that was a successful hunt. I mean, didn't get a partridge, but that's fine. I saw 2 deer and a family of turkeys and lots of squirrels and small birds and whatnot. I wanted to share my air javelin box with you. So check that out. This is the ultimate gun. I just think it's fantastic. Like an air crossbow. Very cool. And I actually, I was a little bit off on the velocities and the, so for, here, you can see that. So for one of the larger 88 gram cartridges, the first shot is 323 feet per second with 39 foot-pounds of energy. That's pretty good. You don't go under 300 until the 7th shot, and you don't go under 200 until the 30th shot. So it's actually basically 200 up. Now, if it's cold, it'll be less. But that's amazing. So anyway, very cool. Just wanted to share that with you. Very cool box. Check it out. Check it out. You can buy that. Oh, that way. Check it out. You can buy that at Canadian Tire. Any of the outdoor stores, they all sell this. It's very popular. Anyway, that's it for hunting this week. That was a lot of fun. And just going to say, see ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.